Hey, Mocha. Hey, Kay. Long time no see. I guess I'm gonna be crooked. Hey, Lady Justice. Good evening, everyone. I'm Classy Lady. Welcome to my chat. I am a new content creator / reaction channel. Thank y'all for taking the time to stop by. If you're new to my channel, I would appreciate you becoming a subscriber. And that would be hitting the bell, the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever I come live or whenever I post something, a short, or just make a post. Right now, I would like everybody to hit that thumbs up button. That thumbs up button lets everybody else know that I'm live. Hey, thank you, Riri. All right now. Let me write you down. You number 11. Yep, you number 11. Thank you. Make sure I spell your name right. For some of you that are new, or some of you that you're not new, hit the thumbs up button. That are visiting my channel, I am pushing for subscribers and members. I have been granted partnership with YouTube, so I am pushing for new members. I have 3 levels of members. I have Just Classy, which is $1.99 plus tax. I have Classy Ladies and Gents, which is $2.99. And the last level is the Classy Elites, which is $3.99. You can choose whichever level of membership that you want to join. And it does have different perks that comes with it as far as being live and being shouted out. Hey, Lakeisha, shouted out. I have super chats, super stickers, and super thanks available if you want to be a blessing to me. That also helps me as far as being a new YouTube partner. So I'm going to take the time out to speak to the people that's already here. I have 27 people in the bushes, 5 likes. Can y'all hit that thumbs up button for me, please? Hey, Kay, Lady Justice, got Lakeisha, Riri Reacts. Let's see. Thank you, Kay, for watching the replays. That's greatly appreciated. Hey, Jessica, thank you. Jessica, consider subscribing to my channel. Hey, Valentine, baby, how you doing? Thank you. Leanne Hadley, how you doing? Welcome over. Hey, Tamika, how you doing? As y'all can see, Riri Reacts is my first member of tonight. Please consider becoming a member. I have been granted access to be a YouTube partner. So I have memberships available. I have what you call super chats, super stickers, and super thanks. Hit the like button for me. That is greatly appreciated. I'm short 20 thumbs up. Please hit the like button. That puts me out in the algorithm. For those who are maybe new, hey Marva, how you doing? New to YouTube or don't know exactly how it goes, what happens is it's a $sign at the bottom of your screen. It may be flashing because it means it wants some money. And then it also may be a little gift box. The gift box is where you can purchase gifts, and then it has the different emojis, and you could purchase a gift and send me a gift, and I'll see it on the screen and acknowledge you on the screen. The membership, I have 3 levels. Just Classy, $1.99. classy ladies and gents, $2.99, and the classy elites is $3.99. You can pick whatever level that you want to support me in. I'm not choosy. I just put it up there. I do know some of the people that view me, they have other channels that they support. So I didn't want to make it too outrageous because I am trying to gain memberships as well as new subscribers. Okay, you welcome to be in the chat, honey. Don't feel like that now. I like to see y'all drop down in the chat. That make me feel good. Hey, Moshe Campbell, how you doing? Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Tamika. Hey, Surrender. Ooh, I'm hoping that YouTube don't drop a bus load off the day like they did last night. Cause baby, if y'all was in the chat, y'all know they was working classy late. I was trying to acknowledge everybody because you never know who's who. Some people can come and troll you. Some people may actually like you. So I was trying to acknowledge them, but honey, it was some booger bears last night. I don't know what they did. And then I also had, I don't know if somebody just used that name as a hey you boy, how you doing? Maria Scott. You would have to, Maria, if you really want to know, you're going to have to look at one of my videos to find that out. I'm not going to discuss that. Alessandra, thank you. I ordered these earrings. I ordered them. And I don't know if you've heard of paparazzi, but they no longer have them because I've been ordered them. When I wear stuff, I don't just put it on when I be having it for a while. But that's where I got them from. Hey, Lillian. Oh, Lillian, there you go. She got hit with a bazooka. Well, I hope your grandmother is living and you're not wishing death on your grandma. That's not good. Y'all don't know what y'all speaking to existing when y'all say crazy stuff like that. And for you to say that, you have to be over 25 years old because my channel is restricted to children. So you should be a mature adult, at least 25 or older, and you coming over trolling and putting stuff like that in people chat. But I hope your grandma is well and living, and don't speak death over your people like that. That's not funny. Hey, you, don't say your name. With the cute fat grandbaby, them thick thighs. What you must have been, he must have been getting some of that grilled food and cabbage and corn and all that stuff you've been cooking. Cause baby, did she get hit? Or you said a bazooka. The only thing I know is a bazooka gun. So where was she at to be able to get hit by a bazooka? I'm curious. I would really like to know. Hey, go getter. How you doing? Welcome everybody over. A bangle. What is that? You still trolling. That's why you got that dog as your picture. And why not? I you know what? I keep track of certain things. Don't tell me what to do. How you say in your chat? You don't tell me what to do. Well, I don't know what kind of bracelet that hit your grandma and unalived her, but it must have been some powerful bracelet. And I still think you're trolling. So I'm not gonna keep entertaining you. I did come on here for a reason. I did come on here to talk about something. It's not it's not to entertain you about your grandma being hit by a bangle. You don't know if it's a bazooka, a bangle, a bracelet. You don't know what it is. So I don't think you know yourself. It's bad to be miserable. You know, you can't come over here and have a sensible conversation with grown folk. You don't have to start off like that. You can't. Yeah, I'm friendly, and the people in my chat are friendly. I just don't tolerate disrespect, racism, bullying, and this harassment. What you're doing, all this trolling. It's not necessary for that. It really not. So you saw my title. It said responsible. So are you a responsible adult? Or are you an adult and you act like a child? Hey, Diamond D, how you doing? Thank you, thank you, thank you, and congratulations on your promotion or your new position. Are y'all out of snow yet, Diamond D? Or is it still snowing? How's the weather where everybody's at? How's y'all day going? My day is great. Anytime I can open my eyes and put my foot on the ground and get up, and today is a new day to get it right or start it over, it's a new and blessed day. Unfortunately, I didn't sleep good. Well, I guess I slept for what I slept for. I woke up, my eyes just popped open at 5:15. I normally don't get up to 6:30. So I laid in the bed, I listened to some spirituals, and I had the TV on, but I don't know what they was talking about. I know you do. Oh, y'all might got him spoiled. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all got him spoiled. So I had a good day. I went to church, fellowship with my dad and brother as we do every Sunday, and the rest of the parishioners at the church. Today's reading, it was a long reading. Always Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday, they give us palms, and you're not to throw them away or anything like that. You keep them. Some people make a cross out of them and put them on the door of their homes. Mine, I folded up and I put it under the floor mat in my car for protection. I guess I might need to split it and put some in the house, but anyway, mine goes under the floor mat in the car. And then like next year, when Ash Wednesday comes around, which I didn't know that, I learned that this year, they take and they burn the palms and then they make the sign of the cross on your head. So if y'all was in my life for Ash Wednesday, y'all saw the big black cross in my forehead, and that starts the 40 days and 40 nights of fasting. So yeah. So and then some of y'all that was in my chat, Friday was my mom's birthday. I was kind of a little disfigured because I was unable to go put balloons or flowers on her grave. I get distracted, and maybe it was God's way of telling me I didn't need to go. So nevertheless, I didn't go. I got very upset. Right before I got ready to come on the live, the Boys II Men song Mama came to my mind, and I just had to hear it. So I wasn't coming on until I searched it and I found it. Why did I do that? I must have boo-hooed and boo-hooed, couldn't even see straight to get on the live. Twice I had to go fix, like they say when you get a whooping, fix your face, fix your face. I had to go and fix my face twice, and then I finally came on. And I think Bama, you said something that made me laugh, and it changed the whole mood. I mean, I wasn't in a bad mood, and I had gotten sad for a minute, but then when you said that, I laughed, and it was just, God just told me everything was gonna be all right. And then later on that night, I got an email, or when I checked my email, it told me congratulations, I became a YouTube partner. So now I'm monetized. I have super chat memberships is what I'm fighting for. I have super stickers, super chats, super thanks. I have the little gifts. Baby, they just loaded me up with everything. Thank you, Go Getter, for the flower. I know I'm missing something because that's let me go back up. Yeah, so yeah, the crying and the tears turned, I'm not gonna say a frown, but a sad face. It put a smiley face on me. I really had a smiley face after that, and I thank God, and I said thank you, Mama. You was watching out for me. You've been looking out for me, and so after church, uh, let me see, what day was that? Either Thursday or Friday. It was Thursday. I always try to do stuff ahead of time, and I had to do a transaction at the bank, and I went through the drive-through. Well, of course, my tires hit the curb. Then next thing you know, I never could seem get close enough to the drive-through chute. So I turned my tires, got close, and I always have to take my seatbelt off, open the door to get the chute out, to do what I got to do, and put it back. Then I got ready to drive off. I'm still close to the curve. Boom, hit the I must have hit the pole. I had to have hit the pole too. Scraped my fender, my left fender, and my mirror, because my mirror moved. So I didn't think anything of it. Once I got clear, I pushed my mirror back out or whatever, came on home or whatever. Then Saturday, yesterday, I'm doing a procedure tomorrow where I have to be on clear fluids. I'm surprised I ain't bat it crazy by now. And normally I don't eat till late anyway, but I haven't had anything to snack on, nothing to munch on since midnight of last night. I can't have nothing but clear fluids, clear liquids. So I bought this little, I don't know what this is, a little sparkling ice. I called myself, I bought 4 and I put 2 in the freezer. And the way the temperature is in here, it's going to melt this real quick. So I didn't even eat the soup because I was going to do the soup, chicken noodle soup, drain it, and throw the contents away, but keep the broth from it for the flavor. So I haven't did that. I made some lemon jello. Haven't had that. I guess I just put it in my mind to just fast and not eat. And so I haven't had anything to eat today. That's unusual. But Lord, y'all, I went in the refrigerator just now, the freezer, to get this little thing. And Lord, my grapes was looking at me saying, eat me, eat me, eat me. My little Lunchables I normally snack on, chips. Hey, Deshaun, thank you. Everything, girl. I normally, sometimes if I don't cook, I will buy soul food. And I start to go to the soul food restaurant. Lakeisha, I know. Hey, Bridget Ann, how you doing? Oh, no, please tell me it wasn't on the ice off the curb. Diamond D, I think you accident prone. Hey, Tornado Mike. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get my my subscription up. I'm also consider becoming a member. I have 3 levels that you can sign on to. I have $1.99, $2.99, and $3.99. Say bingo to either one of them you want to do. I don't care. I'm not picky. I'm not begging, but I'm asking because I am a new YouTuber. and I was able to accomplish to be a YouTube partner now. So with that being said, I have to push the product, and the pushing the product is the membership, uh, the super chat, super stickers, so they can get their cut, and the super thanks. Any replay that you see and it may have a heart with a dollar sign, you can hit that. You may also see at the bottom of your screen, you see a little dollar. That's how you do the super chat, super stickers, and the membership. You see a little gift box. You can buy gifts, and you can send me cute little emojis that'll come up, and it'll have your name by it, and I'll acknowledge you as I see it. So yeah. So after that, I didn't go, like I said, I didn't go Friday, but I did go. Hey, Bridget. Okay. Okay. Hey, Toonie. You can't relate. Oh, I'm sorry. No ice. Diamond D, I'm more clumsy with sneakers or tennis shoes. That's why I can't really don't like them. Yeah, the membership counts. Diamond D, I'm monetized. You think I would be saying all that? Diamond D, Diamond D. You think I'd be doing all that? Peter the Pig. It's hard for me to do to change my smoke detector because I have high voltage ceilings. And actually, the smoke detector that you hear, it might be way on the other side of the room. And being that I don't have a ladder to get way up there, that's why it's beeping until somebody is available to come and change me for it. Change it. Okay? That's why it's beeping. I'm pretty sure mine is not the only one you didn't hear beep before. It's a lot of people don't change their smoke detector. They could go years and they let them go. But unfortunately, I don't have anybody right now to change mine. So maybe I'll call the fire department and see if they'll come out and do it for me. Maybe I'll do that. What you think? Yeah, I just hadn't called the fire department. The last time they came here, no, they came for actual emergency. And my neighbor is a volunteer, and he may end up being the one they sent over here. I don't know if he have a ladder, but he's not too nice. He's not too nice. But, hey, I don't know. Yeah. A lot of stuff, Diamond D, they tell you and want to give you advice. And uh, like I said, unfortunately, I don't have nobody to do it. So it's going to beep. And if you come on to see Classy Lady every night at 8 o'clock, you're going to hear it beep until somebody coming to change it. Thank you. Hey, Gloria. I decided I didn't have these earrings on at church. I had some rhinestone earrings, but I did wear this dress, and I decided let me just put it aside because I don't feel like trying to look for something to wear tonight. I wore it to church. It was nice enough to wear to Palm Sunday. It was nice enough for me to come sit on YouTube. And I did do my hair, so I'm not wearing a hat. I'm not wearing my coach hat because somebody made a comment last night when YouTube dropped the trolls off that I'm wearing a designer hat, and how could I wear a designer hat for the pennies that YouTube pays me? And my response or rebuttal was, I was new to YouTube. Yesterday was my first time getting any money from YouTube. The house that I'm sitting in and everything. Oh, why? How did I could afford a designer with the pennies that YouTube pays me? And whatever or however many pennies they pay me, there's pennies I didn't have. And I'm one of them people that you call grateful. I'm grateful for a lot of things, so hey. I don't know. People do strange things for a piece of change. I don't know. But yeah. Let's see. I got 24 people, well, 19 people in the chat and 24 thumbs up. I wanted to play a little game with y'all. You don't need no paper. Uh, you don't need no paper. Y'all participate for me. All you need is your fingers. You don't even have to put a 1 in the chat. Just hold your 10 fingers up or however many you have in your house and play it in your house. We're going to see how old are y'all. How old are you? Okay. So you're going to put a finger up for each one that I call out. We're going to see how old you are. Y'all ready? Ready? Okay. Let me just make sure I ain't miss nobody right quick. Because I want to acknowledge everybody. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Okay. Y'all that's in the bushes, on the roof, in the nosebleed section, y'all can play too in the comforts of your own home. Just want to see. 10 fingers. How old you are. Hold up one finger if you know what a VCR rewinder is. Hold up one finger. You're in your own house now. Let's hold up a finger if you know what a VC rewinder is. Hold up a finger if you know what a carpet runner is. Hold up your finger if you know what a carpet runner is. Right now, 29 people watching, 24 likes. Y'all other 5 people hit the like button. We playing a little game. Hold one finger up if you used or you know of somebody that used grip pliers to change the TV. Hold a finger up. You got 10 fingers. We might need to get some toes and stuff. Hold a finger up if you know what, or if you use or you know somebody, paper food stamps. If you know, y'all used them, or have you seen them, paper food stamps. Hold up a finger if you know what plastic furniture covers are. That's people used to cover their furniture in this plastic. I got 5. Hold one finger up if you know what the green stamps are that you used to put in a book and you fill the book up and then you would be able to get something free. It's called green stamps. And that would be at the grocery store that I know of. If y'all know of any other store, hold a finger up. Hold a finger up if you know what a beeper or a pager is. Baby, don't let it get it. Yeah. Hold a finger up if you know what a payphone is. Hold a finger up if you know what an 8-track tape is. I have 9. I'm probably going to put 2 bonuses in here. Hold a finger up if you've ever used or you know or you've seen somebody use a coat hanger for an antenna on a TV. And it could be a car too, or a radio. If you use a wire coat hanger, I'm going to give y'all That actually was a bonus. Hold a finger up if you know what a cassette tape is. You supposed to be doing that. Tamika, I done called out about 11 or 12 things. You ought to, I don't know how many fingers you got up. Hold a finger up if you know or somebody that had a rotary phone. A rotary phone. Y'all supposed to be still counting. Hey, Trina, hold the finger up if you've ever or saw or know somebody that has set a small TV on a bigger TV that didn't work. Y'all hold the fingers up. This should be number 15. I had stopped counting. Hold a finger up if you or you know somebody or you seen somebody with wallpaper in their house. Oh, Lord. Yeah, you put that little TV, a smaller TV on them floor models because you couldn't afford to get them fixed. I done seen a lot of them. Hold the finger up. This should be number 16. I'm just naming some stuff. I just want to see if we just having fun. Hold the finger up if y'all know what those brown space heaters on the floor is. The brown space heaters that be in your grandma in them house, that if you in from the country, you had one, and when you come from outside, it be real cold, and you stand in front of that heater to thaw off, and my uncles and them used to rub their hands in front of that heater and stand up there, and because they done been outside and came across the yard from their house, so they done been standing outside, and they standing up in front of that heater trying to get warm. Yeah, but this one was a gas heater. This one was a gas heater, and Grandma used to have it on. And baby, when I tell you, you have it on long enough, it's gonna heat up the house. And we would always have to open the doors so that the heat could generate throughout the house. And by the time it was time to go to bed, it would be warm. We had blankets and stuff, but it would be warm. Yeah. Hold a finger up if you have ever saw or your grandma had one of them crank washing machines up. We had them rollers that if you got your hand stuck through there, my cousin stuck her hand through there one time. She got stuck. I never did that. But yeah, you crank it like that and had them two roller pins, and when it crank, it be rolling. And it wasn't really no space. It was the drain. It would get that water out of there. And okay, Trina. Yeah, I know you gotta get up in the morning. Yeah. So it would, when you put your clothes through there and you crank it, it would get all the excess water out, for those who don't know that. And then you take the clothes, and how many of y'all hold a finger up if you know what a clothesline is? A clothesline. That's where you went outside and you hung the clothes up with clothespins, and they would dry and be smelling fresh and things of that nature. And then when they dried, you had to go out there and pick the clothes off the line, and don't let it start raining, because you had to hurry up and go and pick them off the line. Yeah. So, y'all drop in the chat how many of them y'all got. Don't be ashamed. Drop in the chat how many y'all actually got. It ain't gonna tell you age, but it just lets you know because you could have been coming up, you could have been a small child and you seen all of this stuff and experienced it. Hey Marva, how you doing? Okay, you got 14. Hey Tracer, you got 17. Ooh, you like me. I got 12. You got all of the above, Gloria. Child, I know about all that stuff. I got one more. Who's ever heard a party line? Any of y'all heard a party line? Been on the phone and heard a party line? For those of y'all that's in the chat are looking and don't know what a party line, that means you could just pick up the phone and people be talking. And baby, for entertainment, shoot, you just pick up that phone, you could hear all the gossip. It might be 2 or 3 people talking at one time, or 2 or 3 conversations, and if you listen, you be listening to see who name they was gonna call that lived in the town, and you could find out some gossip. A party line. And in those days, and when I was growing up, you watch what you said, because if you on the phone with the party line and something else, sometimes those conversations would transmit through the TV. Now I was old of age when that happened. That happened to us, and I was a good age. And the neighbor, my mom was talking to somebody on the phone, and a good thing she wasn't talking about the neighbor, because the next day when my mama saw the neighbor, she said, yeah, you know how you bring something up and say, how was that ice cream cone, that chocolate ice cream cone? And you be like, how did they know I had a chocolate ice cream cone? My neighbor heard the conversation of my mom and it came through their TV. So I remember my mom used to say, you know, when they would get ready to talk about somebody or gossip about somebody, watch what you say. You know these phones have ears. Yeah, party lines. Child, where the times go? Where do the times go? Those were some good old days. Good old days. Yeah, I did too. Like I say, the party lines, all kind of stuff. And my grandmother then would say, don't you repeat nothing you hear on them phones. Don't you repeat nothing you hear on them phones. Hey, Jessica. I look like somebody from Stray Kids. Well, I don't know who that is because I don't watch Felix. Yeah, baby monitors, all kind of stuff until they start getting stuff right. Until they start getting stuff right, stuff will come. It, like I say, on the phones and the TV. But when I was in the country and go visit for the summer, it was so fun to pick up that phone and hear the party line. Hear a party line. Boy, you would hear some things on them phones. Lord have mercy. And they knew it would be a party line because they could hear other people talking and having conversation, but they still choose to get on there and talk about people. And talk about people. And then wonder why somebody mad at you the next day when you see them and they don't halfway want to speak to you because you didn't talk about them on the phone. Yeah, good times. Good times. I tell you. Thank you, Kay. I always try to find some things to come up with. I had gotten that from somewhere else. I say, you know what? That's a good thing. I started to just wait and play it as a game. And I said, well, sometimes we just need to break the ice and not be so serious and can't laugh and things of that nature and stuff, and talk about serious topics and stuff like that. But I did have a topic about being responsible. Story time. uh this lady that I know, she had she was responsible for a little girl, a beautiful little girl. They called her Mimi. Well, before she had the little girl, she took care of the child's parent from yay little because one of her relatives had a baby at a young age, and she knew the girl was kind of young and wild or whatever, and I don't think she was able to have kids or whatever. So when she knew the relative had this young kid and was kind of wild, she took the child at a young age. She took the child when they were very young, raised the child as her own. Didn't really get any help from the mom because of course the mom was young, but the grandma and stuff didn't help either. And I guess of course um the kids dad and stuff, I don't know what happened to them. So anyway, she raised this the child, brought the child up in church and all of this here kind of stuff. And as the child put the child through school, child went to private school, dressed the child. I mean, not that that matters, but always kept the child in name brand stuff. uh she ended up having a stroke or whatever, and I think they took the child for a little while, but then after she got to the point where she got a little better and was able to get the child back, she continued on with the journey, being responsible. So after the child graduated, she helped put the child through school. They went to school for probably about 1 or 2 years, and they didn't finish, but they made an attempt. For whatever reason, they didn't finish, and she also bought the child a brand new car. And like I said, the child would go to church and stuff. They were brought up in the church. Then, like I say, now it comes down to the child grown and had a child, and the one of the parents decided that they didn't want to be a responsible parent and gave up gave up their rights pretty much to the child, got in trouble, and the child was going to be put in CPS custody or be awarded of the state or whatever. And the other parent, uh, it was up to the other parent if they wanted to take care of the child. So that parent went ahead and, well, didn't step up. The child she raised didn't know what to do. And like I said, they had produced a very beautiful little girl. And so she stepped up and took responsibility of that child. Now, mind you, the child she raised has a mom and a grandma, but they didn't step up for their child. She was too young to be called grandma, probably at that time. She didn't, but she had her child young and she was young. So raised the child and everything. And this little girl was so smart. At about 3 years old, 3 to 4, I say 4. I'll give her 4. She could, when she would comb the little girl's hair every morning, they would watch the news. And the little girl at the time knew who the president was, knew all the world news and the local news as she was getting her hair combed. She knew about the weather and everything. She was a very smart little girl. And so when she would go to school, she would tell the lady at the front desk, when she learned that she knew some things like that, she wanted the little girl to tell her about Well, what happened on the news this morning? Because the little girl would keep her up on, what was going on. Really? And, she would say, oh, she's just so smart. And like I said, being that it was a little girl, she called, she couldn't call the lady grandma because she had a grandma and a great grandma. So she called her, we'll say, Nini. Nini. And for so many years, being that they were a lighter skin color and the little girl was a light skin color and the woman was a light skin color, everybody thought that that was her little girl. For the longest, everybody thought that that was her little girl. When she brought the little girl to church, she was dressed to the nine nines. The big fluffy dresses, the big ruffle socks. Of course, she had a real nice braid of hair. The ponytails with the nice bows in the hair, and she was clean. You could tell a clean child when you got some children, you look at them and they dirty. If you take, like my mom say, from the country, she called it class. And I guess that meant a lump of dirt. I don't know if that was French or what, but it was class. And if my mama wanted to see if you took a bath or you didn't look like you was clean, she'll tell you, go get her a towel and go bring her a bottle of alcohol. She'd pour that alcohol on that towel and rub it on your face, or either rub a certain part of your body that looked dark. You know how like some of the people had the dark circles around their nose, and sometimes people neck, you can tell, it's not so much the whole neck is black, but they may be of my skin color. But I've seen somebody recently on live and around here was dirty, and you could tell it was dirt. And I was like this, I wanted to get my alcohol, get a towel, and I was just, if I could just get to her and let them see that that's dirt. You're not taking a bath good, or you're not taking a bath at all. And even us as adults, by using soap and stuff like that, sometimes if we don't wash something hard enough, that soap and residue will build up. Because I know, taking a bath and cleaning myself every day, sometimes I'll look at my arm and it may be, the top part may be a darker shade and another part may be light. And then I take it and I scrub a little bit harder and it comes clean. But we get residue on ourselves, just like if you're taking a shower, everything flows down your legs. Some people don't even wash their legs, But you could tell if a child is clean by their face and everything. That's the first thing. So she was always a clean little girl. She kept the little girl clean. The little girl was smart. She made the honor roll in class. She would get recognition and stuff like that. And of course, everybody, the pretty little girls, everybody want them on program and this, that, and the other. Well, she did that, but she always instilled in her that she was, it's always somebody out there that, that's better than you, that's smarter than you. So don't ever take it for granted. So they never did help this lady with that little girl. Never would help her with the little girl. No financial help. No, can I pick her up from school? None of that. And I thought that was so sad. She gave the little girl skating parties and parties. Do you think any of them will show up? Now she being responsible for somebody else's child. That's just like, people pet sit and house sit. I've been taking care of kids for a long time. Yeah, Kay, it's sad. They never would help her. And when I'm saying anything the little girl did in school, she was there participating, fundraisers, all kind of stuff. There's so many parts to the story. It ended up being a sad situation, but I'll get to that. That's gonna be a part 2 on that. But it wasn't a person that the little girl met, then she didn't leave a lasting impression on. Hey, Nick Kate, I don't see you, but somebody's speaking to you, so I must have missed you. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, the little girl left a lasting impression on everybody she met. She was very polite and everything. When I say she was up on current events, I remember uh she had on some Ivanka Trump shoes. Ivanka Trump made shoes. And she called me, Miss Brenda, Miss Brenda, look at my shoes. I bet you can't guess what kind of shoes this is. I say, no, I can't, but they real pretty. Oh, these Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Trump. I say, who? Ivanka Trump. Ivanka Trump. I say, who is that? Trump daughter. Trump daughter. I said, girl, don't you say that too loud. Somebody been and took them shoes off your foot. Been and took them shoes off your foot and threw them in the woods somewhere. But she was so proud of them little shoes, but they were cute. They were some cute shoes, but she wanted to let me know that was some Ivanka Trump shoes. I say, well, I'll be dog. But I told you she watched the news. She watched the news. So at that time, Trump was president, and she kept up on the current events and stuff like that. Hey, Faith, thank you. John, I didn't block you last night, but you're on the road to being blocked. No, I'm not the mother on Good Times. And I'm pretty sure if you saw Good Times, in which I'm pretty sure you did, and you probably liked it, you know that I don't look like that woman on Good Times. So if you're gonna keep on being insulting, I'm gonna block you for good. Hey Zell, how you doing? Yeah, you sure is there, because we played a good little game. I know you would have liked that. But we'll play it another time. We'll play it another time. Once I think everybody done forgot about it, I'll come up with some more stuff, and we'll do something else similar to it. But yeah, but she knew about, like I said, about the politics, because Trump was president at that time, and his daughter did have a clothing line and a shoe line, and she had her little Ivanka Trump shoes on and stuff. But it ended up that Hanini, to make a long story short, Hanini kept getting sick. She was retaining fluid. So I don't really want to put people's business out, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell it. But anyway, so my dad was her godfather, and one of the older ladies at the church is her godmother. In olden days, they call them Myran and Pyrans from the country. Down south, you had a Myran and a Pyran, and nowadays it's godmother, godfather, and that's basically, for people that don't know, that's basically a guardian. That if something happens to your parent, you get Christian, or if some churches allow it, baptized in the eyesight of God, and you pledge that if something happens to that child's parents, you are going to be the one to step up to take care of that child. But the parent will pick somebody they feel responsible or feel that they're not going to mistreat the child. And being that my dad, goes to church faithfully, works around the church, has a good work ethic, and he's a good father figure, she chose him. And then the lady, they would sit back there with her every Sunday, and just by talking with the lady, getting to know the lady, and they got to love her and whatever, she's the godmother, and I'm the god sister. But she called me Miss Brenda, Miss Brenda. That's how she talked. And she say, well, what do I call? What do I call your mother? What do I call Godfather's wife? What do I call her? So I got a good name for you. I say God grandmother. God grandmother. I like that. I say, yeah, call her God grandmother. So she loved my mama. God grandmother, God grandmother. It was the way she talked that just used to just melt my heart. She was, God grandmother, God grandmother. So getting to the responsible part, their house, we had a bad flood, and where they lived, her house flooded, and they got stranded. They were on the, they said it was like, she said it was like a river around there. Her and the little girl got stranded. So one of the neighbors came over. They had a house on the porch, but their house was not on the porch. It was on a slab. So one of the neighbors, they got out and got some boots or whatever, and they came and got them. So they went across the street, and they was on the neighbor's porch, and she was trying to call a cousin that she knew that had a truck. She couldn't get any service. Phone lines was down and everything. And she was very particular. So she sat on the neighbor's porch for a good portion of the night until some of the water went down. And then they was able to cross back and get to her house. And at the time, the area had flooded real bad. So search and rescue, fire department, and all that kind of stuff, they was able to get a lot of the people out, and they ended up going to the George R. Brown, and they stayed there for about 2 days. Her cousin saw, we all was looking at it on TV. We didn't flood, and her cousin didn't live that far from my dad, almost like right around the corner. So we all was watching it on TV, seeing all the people at the George R. Brown, and we was like, oh, that's so sad, that's so sad. She finally got out, got in touch with the cousin, and they had been affected by the flood. They had been there for 2 days. Of course, when they got in touch with that cousin was like, we on our way. So they went, got them, and they practically had moved in with the cousin, because the cousin, they had a nice big 2-story house. They had a child, but the child was grown and gone, so it was just them two. And you can imagine that little girl lit up the house, especially for the cousin's husband. He had got so attached, he couldn't wait to get home so that she could tell him about the weather, tell him how her day went, ask him how his day went. I'm telling you, the little girl was very polite. It wasn't a stranger. She didn't meet a stranger. And she was not a little rude little girl. She didn't say ugly things to people, like some of these people come on here and act like they don't have good sense. She wasn't that kind of person. So they got situated over there or whatever. And on Tuesdays, a while back, Popeyes, Church's Chicken, French's, all of the little chicken places here ran specials on Tuesday. It was 2-piece Tuesdays. You got a leg and a thigh for 99 cents. And so everybody was competing with everybody. And on Tuesday, you couldn't chicken the lines with the drive-throughs, the inside, because everybody was doing 2-piece Tuesdays, and they didn't limit you on how many pieces of the 2 pieces that you could get. So whatever type of chicken, Kentucky, all of that, they was running that. So they would get a treat on Tuesdays. It was 2-piece Tuesdays, so they get that and stuff like that. But the little girl was spoiled. So Nene got sick. Nene took sick. And thank God they were staying with the cousin at the time. The cousin had 2 jobs. I forgot what, she had an administrative job from like 7 to 3. And then she got home and she worked for the airline. She was a reservationist for the airline. But, you know, when you work at home and certain jobs, you have to be focused. You can't be outside playing in the flower garden. You can't be sleep. You got to be on the computer for when these people calling to make reservations. They're having problems with their flights and everything. So she had the little girl. The cousin kept the little girl that particular day. And they wanted to take it to my dad and my mom. And what they did, my dad had to end up getting her from the cousin for some reason. And I say, well, y'all, that little girl, y'all ain't gonna be able to keep the little girl entertained. So I stepped up and I said, bring her to me. So they brought her to me, and as it have it, the cousin was supposed to come and pick her up. And I said, well, I'm going to church tomorrow. Could you bring her some church clothes? So she did. I got her all dressed up, dolled up, and we went to church. And come to find out, it wasn't just one day. The cousin was like, well, I don't know what we're going to do, because I guess I'm going to have to take off work because I'm not going to be able to take her to school and do this and do that. Mind you, this little girl went to a private school 30 miles from the house, 30 miles from my dad, probably 32 miles from my dad, 30 miles from her. So that means somebody got to take this little girl to school and pick her up. So you're going 30 something miles one way, then you got to come back, that's 60 miles. Then you got to go back in the afternoon. That's another 30. And then come back home. That's another 30. Don't y'all think that's a lot of responsibility for somebody to do? Especially the godparent and the cousin, because they wasn't used to going and stay with the cousin and stuff. But that's why I say you be responsible. Hey, Haywood, how you doing? So that was a lot of responsibility. And then, voila, I get a baby. Get what? What's she about? 6, 5 or 6, between 5 or 6. I get a little child. I got to entertain. I got old. Mind you, I had to comb hair. She was used to getting breakfast in the morning. I wasn't used to getting up. She took a lunch. Then, when she got off, I had to have a snack because she was starving. And then I had to prepare dinner. I took on a whole responsibility of dealing with somebody else's child, not even the Nene's child, but she had parents that were responsible, and the grandmother parents wasn't responsible, and the great-grandma didn't want to be responsible either. Whole total stranger. But nevertheless, I did it. I got up. Matter of fact, I got up before her. Fixed her something. even if it was a sausage on a stick. Fixed it, had her lunch packed, because it had to be packed. If she had chicken nuggets in there, it had to have the ketchup packs, or the ranch dressing, or whatever vegetable. Everything had to be everything with a silverware so that she could heat her food up when she got to school. Uh, I had to go over homework. Even got to the point I had to sign a permission slip. I say, now, you know this. Um, it was around. Was it Mother's Day? It was Mother's Day, and you know how to. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. But again, we dealing with private school. They buy carnations for somebody special. If you want to buy a carnation for somebody, so as it was supposed to be, she was going to get one for her godmother, and then of course for her, and then uh, the cousin that she stayed with, and she was thinking about my mom. Well, when she went in the hospital, she wasn't able to sign a permission slip, nor was she able to give the little girl the money at that time it was due to be turned in, and permission slip for a field trip or whatever. It said, Miss Bender, I have to turn my folder in. I have to turn my folder in. Miss Brenda, I need some money for the flowers. I say, well, who all you want to give a flower to, baby? So she told me. She told me me. She told me my mom and her cousin, because that was the three ladies that was in her immediate. And I think she may have did a teacher or whatever. So it wasn't much. It was about $5 or $6 that I had to give for each person, and she had to fill it out, which I thought was so sweet. And by the time she got home with my little carnation, the little stem was broke on it. It was so cute. Miss Brenda, but it broke. It broke. I said, baby, don't worry about it. Miss Brenda, love you. Thank you. Thank you for my carnation. Thank you for giving me a flower. But yeah. But before I signed the permission slip, I did call her Nene, and I told her what was going on. And I say, if you want me to, I will sign it and put your name by it. She said, yeah, because I don't want to disappoint her from going on the field trip. And she said, oh, but I didn't leave no money. I said, don't worry about it. I said, it says here for them to, pack a lunch or whatever. So I say, I got her. I got on the lunch. I'm gonna give her some little money in case they go. Kids when they go places, they want something to eat. I don't care. They could have been in just ate. They want some cotton candy, popcorn or something. So you never send your children anywhere with no money. You don't do it. Hey, Beverly. And so I made sure she had some money. I paid for her little flowers. I signed her permission slip and everything. And she was so happy. She was so happy. And yeah. So I had to be a responsible parent for somebody else's child that they didn't want to have the responsibility for. And it was passed through because, like I said, the cousin ended up having to work, so she couldn't keep her doing that week. And I knew my parents, if they had to do it, they would have did it. And my mama hadn't combed no hair in so many years. Child, a ponytail, good ponytail probably would have been up here. Little pigtails would probably been out there. And I know sure my daddy wasn't gonna comb it. So I took on the responsibility, and the cousin just put us certain things in there. I went to the store. I bought the nice little bows and stuff, barrettes and stuff in the hair for her hair. I made sure a uniform was ironed. I mean, I did it. I got up before her and would do her breakfast and stuff like that. And she got over on me, y'all. She got over on me the first day I had her, and the first day she was supposed to go to school. I tried to wake that child up. Now, mind you, I have a little girl's room, and it's, check my short out, one of my first shorts. That's where she was supposed to sleep. You think she went sleep over there in that pretty room by herself? I said, I'm going to put the night light on. Miss Brenda, I can't sleep over there by myself. Miss Brenda, I don't want to sleep over there by myself. So I said, okay, well, where you want to sleep at? You want to sleep on the sofa? No, I want to sleep with you. I want to sleep with you. I say, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll make you a pallet on the floor. No, Miss Brenda, no, Miss Brenda, no, Miss Brenda. I want to sleep with you. Child, I should have got on the floor. The child leg in my neck, in my back, hand over here. Slept so bad, I'm on the edge of the bed. Because she slept so bad. I said, I should have got on the floor. So, she got me, y'all. She got me. I tried to wake that little girl up to get her ready for school. I hadn't got up, fixed the lunch, ironed the clothes. Everything was ready. All she had to do was take a little wash out, wash her face. I made her take a bath that night and brush her teeth. Y'all, I couldn't hardly get the little girl up. I had to drag her out of bed, drag her to, she knew she was getting ready to brush her teeth. She halfway, I had to help her brush her teeth, wash her face. Then when we got back for her to get dressed, she acted like she was so sleepy she couldn't wake up. I mean, she was out like this. She was out like this. Child, I had to struggle to put the girl, had to struggle to put the little girl pants on. I had to struggle to put her little undershirt under her little shirt. Because she like this, not wanting to wake up. I'm pushing one side to the other to get her arm in, getting her dressed. She like this. I'm trying to comb her hair to make sure she look just like Nene has her for when she goes to school on a regular basis. Y'all, I had the hardest time getting that child dressed. And mind you, I had to have her dressed by a certain time so that my dad, when he come, pick her up and they leave. So since she didn't want to wake up, I had a lunch. I had a sausage on the stick. I fixed the sausage on the stick, and I wrapped it up. I say, well, she ain't gonna be able to eat breakfast. I put a little juice in there, whatever. I say, maybe she'll wake up sometime. Y'all, the little girl didn't want to wake up. They're so sleepy, so sleepy. My dad had to come in here and pack her to the car. Pack her to the car, put her in the seatbelt. So now she get another ride to go to the on the way to school. So they gets in the HOV lane. So she eventually woke up. She eventually woke up. Dingo Delirious, no wonder you got that name. And it's always y'all that don't put a picture up here. Hey, Amber. It's always the numbnuts, the cuckoo birds. Hey, Faith. How you doing tonight? It's always the cuckoo birds that come in here. YouTube didn't drop a busload of them off. The only thing they can do is insult you. They don't know how to give a compliment or don't say anything at all. Just sit down and watch the story. But you got the right one, because I'm gonna meet you right where you at. Yeah, the weekend was fast. So she went on the so that afternoon, since it was a first date with me, because I told her the cousin, just get her some clothes for the week, get her uniforms, get all her stuff for the week, and I'll keep her. And so she got on the phone with her cousin. Her cousin told her what to get her and all that. So she bought she didn't have a problem with bringing me the rest of them clothes Sunday evening. All right. So Nene called and wanted to know how she did. She said, I'm so sorry you having y'all having to do all of that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I say, don't worry about it. We got her. We got her. So I told Nene, I said, I had a hard time this morning. I say, she didn't want to get up. I took a picture of her and me struggling trying to I managed to get a selfie and I sent it to her. I say, this me trying to get her to, she say, she act like she dead. I say, I almost thought she was. She say, she laying up there like she dead. She said, oh no, I don't play that. I don't play that. She say, when she try to do that, she say, you know what you do? She say, I know you got a belt. She say, you go get a belt. And she say, you tap her behind. She said, I bet you she'll get up. She said, you tell her. She say, get up now, get up. And if she act like she don't want to get up, you had a belt ready. And she said, you tap her behind. She say, but you tell her, if you don't get up, I'm gonna tap your behind. Oh, I gave that command. She still didn't budge. Boy, I hit that bed with that belt. I say, now, me Brenda ain't gonna play with you no more. I say, now you did this yesterday and I got you dressed and everything. I say, but Gigi told me the game you play. And I say, I don't want to pop you because you're not my child. I say, but I don't mind popping that butt now. So I say, I'll tap you if I have to. So, boy, when I hit that bed and she heard the sound of that bell, boy, she got up so fast, you think somebody was after her. I ain't had no problem with her, but every morning she would try that after that. But I would tap that bell, I'd hit that bed, and boy, she'd get up. That's why I would make her go to bed early. Children don't want to go to bed, but you get a cutoff with me. You're not supposed to sit up all night. That's my peace time. You going to bed at, being that I knew she didn't want to go to bed, 8 o'clock. You going to bed at 8. Get in the bed, close your eyes, don't say nothing to me. We ain't got no conversation. Then when I'm at my quiet time, and I used to play Candy Crush a lot. I'm on my side playing Candy Crush and I feel something breathing some hot air on my neck. She done got up looking at me playing Candy Crush, talking about, move it right there. Not that ever. And I look at her and say, aren't you supposed to be asleep? I say, girl, if you don't go to sleep, I'm going to get that belt after you. Over me, telling me how to play Candy Crush and what not to move, and that go to hit that one right there. I say, little girl, if you don't go to sleep. I say, and then in the morning, you don't want to get up. So she had us wrapped around her fingers, but we loved it. We loved it. That's good for a night. Congratulations to your dog. And then in the afternoon, when Nene did get home and she wasn't able to drive, my dad was still picking her up and taking her to school. So Nene noticed that they wasn't coming right home after school. And my dad would always call, do you need anything from the store, And then I always had to bring my mom something. So she knew my mom's order. My mom would like sometime Wendy's, the chili cheese fries, or or something like that, whatever she had a taste for. But homegirl got slick. But her Nene would always bring her like some chips or a snack on, so she could eat it on the way home. And my dad, we didn't know that. So she said, Godfather, I'm hungry. Well, we ain't gonna be long before we get home. No, Godfather, I can't wait, Godfather. Godfather, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry, Godfather. Well, wrapped around that finger, guess what Godfather do? Well, what you want to eat, baby? McDonald's. He going to McDonald's. Well, what you want? I don't know. I guess it was a 6-piece nugget. She didn't want no kids meal. She wanted the 6-piece nugget meal deal with the fries and the drink. My dad say, yeah, sometimes she would be hungry. He say they'd get on the freeway and sometimes they halfway home and he thinking the little girl still eating. He asked, you still eating? Oh, I'm finished that, Godfather. I finished that, Godfather. But Nene always wondered why she was never hungry. Or she'd say, when they go to McDonald's, it was the one with the playing thing in there. She'd like to go play with the little kids. So he sit there, he get him ice cream cone, he sit there, let her play or whatever. Then he would ask what she want. She knew what she want. She'd order what she want. He pay for it. They get in the car. She riding in the back seat eating. She get home, Nene wondering why she ain't never hungry. She say, well, why you don't want your snack? Oh, I'm not hungry. She never told Nene Godfather stops every day, either the McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, whatever she decided she wanted to eat that day after school. Was he going to tell her no? Heck no, he wasn't going to tell her no. Was he going to stop? Every day. Every day he stopped and got that little girl some. So one day, Gigi asked, wait a minute, why are you not hungry? She, he know that they wouldn't just come right home and that's good, Trevor. Trevor, your next comment, you're going to be put in timeout, or I might ban you from my channel because you just trolling. But anyway, yeah. And come to find out, she got busted. My daddy say, well, I'd stop and get my wife something to eat. But before I stop and get my wife something to eat, he say, when I pick her up, she say she hungry. So I stop and get her something to eat. That might be why she ain't hungry when she get home. She said, no, you ain't. I know you not stopping every day after she get out of school and buying her no food. He say, well, yeah, the child say she hungry. I'm not going to refuse no child nothing to eat. She say, it be food here when she get here. Yeah, but she say she hungry, and I'm not going to refuse her no food. So she got busted for getting food every day. But did it stop? Because then he started asking, where we stopping at today? So it never stopped until she say she don't get out to eat food. It's a treat on Tuesdays, or we'll pick one other day where we eat out. We don't have that kind of money for her to be eating out, because of course she was on the 15th. We don't have that kind of money for her to be eating out like that. I usually bring her a snack so she can eat it on the way home, and then, or she get it when we get home, and then I cook. She said that's how that go. My dad say, if my godchild wants something to eat, I'm not gonna refuse her no food. I'm gonna get it for her. So that's part one of that. I may come back with part two on that to finish the story. But anyway, let me just check to see who all I have missed. Anybody else that's coming in late, feel free to watch the replay. Did play a cool little game on the beginning. I want to thank all of y'all for coming over and taking time out of your busy night to come and listen to Classy Lady. To everyone else, I am a new content creator. I am striving for subscribers as well as members. I do have 3 levels to my membership: $1.99, $2.99, and $3.99. I also have super chat, super stickers, and gifts. And then if you watch me on a replay and you see a little heart at the bottom with a $sign, that's a super thanks, and it counts as well. So since I am a partner with YouTube now, I will be saying my speech every time you come on. And like I said, I come on every night at 8 o'clock. I would love for y'all to visit me back. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Riri Reacts, subscribe today. I want to thank the other 10, the 5 that subscribed yesterday, and the 5 that were gifted. I really appreciate it. Thank y'all for your support. I promise you I won't be pressing y'all for a lot of stuff, but I will be making the announcements about the super stickers, super chats, super thanks, and also I'm pushing memberships and subscribers. I'm still trying to get there. When YouTube allowed me to be monetized, which I didn't know when that was going to be, but I just kept being true to the game, new to the game, but true to the game, and just kept my grind. I have over 240 something shorts and lives that, like I say, I post whatever, because you never know what people like. You never know. I don't know. Truth is, I don't know. Do you? Do you do yours? That was a dumb question. Do you wash your face? If you wash your face, then you clean your eyebrows and your eyelashes. So I don't know. Do you? I don't shampoo mine, but I do wash my face with soap. Yeah. I told you, if you're new to the station, new to my channel, I'm going to meet you where you at. You come over here with that stupid and crazy stuff, I'm going to be stupid and crazy back with you. And then when I get tired of entertaining your stupid and crazy answers and questions, I'm going to block you. Hey, Hakan. Y'all hit the like button while you're coming over here trying to call yourself harassing me. Because you sound stupid. My channel is for 25 and older. So y'all know better, and you know what you're doing is being trying to be insulting, belittling, racial insulting comments. It won't be tolerated. I'll let you sit there for a little bit, but when I get tired of you, I'll get rid of you. Nope. Don Robinson, if you want a stray kid, why don't you check with like somewhere that here we call them the Pelgin Center. Check with somebody CPS. Maybe go check at the fire station. Maybe somebody left their baby there. You know, they can leave them there for a certain amount of hours. Or maybe you'll check the I don't know if y'all have the newspaper, Lost and Found. Maybe you might find a stray kid, a stray dog. I don't know. Hey, Kalani. Thank you, but you can address me as classy lady. I don't know what K-pop is. I'm sorry. I don't know what a stray kid is. What is that? What is K-pop? I'm not familiar with K-pop. I'm glad I ain't got to be so serious. I can laugh at y'all. Y'all ought to feel stupid. I don't know what K-drama is. I don't know what none of that foreign stuff you talking about. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, try again tomorrow. I'll be here at 8 o'clock. I'll be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Same channel. same time, different outfit, same lady. Um, I do have memberships available. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you're going to be an adult and have adult conversations and conversations, and you can indulge with adults, other adults. Um, I have 3 levels available uh, for my members. I have super stickers, super chats, and super thanks. And with that being said, I am Classy Lady. I will see y'all tomorrow. Everybody have a good and blessed night. Later. Eating it is.